Hey guys, it is April from Getting Hygge With It. Today I wanted to do my rendition of a video that Mercedes over at MercysBookishMusings did recently. She took books off of her shelves that she suspects she's going to rate as 5-star reads. So it's her 5-star TBR predictions. So I thought it would just be fun to kind of go through my bookshelf and reach for things that I think are going to be 5-star reads for me. So let's get into it. Now, Mercedes did a lot of research for her 5-star video. I think she's done two, and one she didn't do too much research for, and she actually found that she didn't rank them very high. And then she decided to do a lot more research, and I didn't do that. I'm kind of just going with books that I've been seeing on my shelves for a long time that I really want to pick up, that there's something about them that I'm just instinctually drawn to. So let us dive in. The first book that I think is going to be a 5-star read for me is Good Harbour by Anita Diamant. Now, I read The Boston Girl by Anita Diamant, and that was definitely a 5-star read for me. I just loved it so much, and I have been slowly but surely collecting all of her books because I love her writing style immensely. So this book is actually a contemporary, I think, which is rare for me. This follows two women who live in Massachusetts, and they create this friendship. Now, one of them, Kathleen, is a children's librarian, and she is diagnosed with cancer. Her friend Joyce is also going through a kind of rough patch in her life, where she's finding herself really disconnected from her daughter and her husband. And these two women really connect with one another at this point in their lives. Now, Kathleen, it looks like, has some secrets from her past that she needs to deal with, and she relies on Joyce, and they help each other out, and it just sounds really wonderful. There is something incredibly uplifting about Anita Diamant's writing. I felt so much better. I felt like the world was going to be a better place after reading The Boston Girl. And right now, I definitely need stuff like this. So I think this is going to be 5-star for me. I also think the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society is going to be a 5-star read for me. It is short and sweet, and I've heard only good things about this. This follows the island of Guernsey, which is occupied by Germany in World War II. And they are able to kind of combat the Nazis and this occupation through their little society. And it sounds like some of the people in this society write to a writer, Juliet Ashton, and they begin this correspondence. And I think they try to fight back in their own way. And it sounds like Mary Ann Schaefer wasn't able to actually finish this book. I don't know if this was her only book, but she wasn't able to finish it completely alone, so she asked her niece, Annie Barrows, to finish it. So that in and of itself is such a lovely little story, to be able to finish your aunt's work after she's passed away. I really love that. And the story itself sounds so inspiring and interesting, and you know me in World War II fiction. I'm there. I also think The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry is going to be a 5-star for me. This is about a man who is going to the mailbox one morning to pick up the mail, and instead he just keeps walking. I think he keeps walking because he receives a letter that is incredibly disturbing, and he is on the way to that person to help them out. This just sounds really uplifting. I feel like there's a lot of uplifting books in this pile. Maybe it's just something that I need right now. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good one. I've also heard really great things about this, and I've heard that the sequel to this is just as good, so I'm on the lookout for that one too. This book has been calling out to me for many months now. Snowflower and the Secret Fan by Lisa C. This is about two women in 19th century China who are undergoing some pretty complicated things in their lives. They are dealing with marriage and they're dealing with foot binding and all sorts of things that come with 19th century China. And they write to each other on silk fans and find comfort from one another through that medium. And I'm just very excited to dive into this. It's short and sweet and I can't wait. And finally, I think I'm gonna really like People of the Book by Geraldine Brooks. Now, this is, I believe, her latest book. It follows a rare book expert who receives a Hebrew manuscript that from, I think, 15th century Spain. And it's extremely exciting that she gets the chance to, take care of this book. And she finds several tiny objects in this book. She finds an insect wing fragment, wine stains, salt crystals, a white hair. And I think the reader gets to discover where all of these items, including the manuscript itself, where they all came from and the stories of the people who have held this manuscript throughout the years. I love anything bookish in books, and this just seems right up my alley. So those are the books that I personally think I'm going to give 5 stars. I will definitely report back and let you know what I make of them. Some of these I have my eye on to read pretty soon. Let me know in the comments below what books on your shelves you think are going to be 5-star reads for you. I'd love to know, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!